Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and I know I decided to stop the countdown before it was done, but anyway, that's okay. I am here today after being very exhausted from going to Creativation all weekend. I have got Chrystal and Valz on. They're basically waiting over in the green room with me. So we're going to be doing some crafting with some stencils, I believe, but they're going to get to tell you more about what they want me to do, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on, and then we can just start chatting with all of you guys, okay? Yay! And believe it or not, I do have the applause is on again. So when you go back to watch the replay, ladies, you're going to see that you were greeted with applause.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Carla.
And I do have to take one thing down. Otherwise, I'm going to move myself around because I don't want... Here, I'm going to move you. There we go. My little logo was covering the corner of your screen, Chrystal. I don't want to do that. So
What?
I had my logo covering part of the screen that had you on it. So I don't want to do that. So, Chrystal, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us all about what it is that you're wanting to do today. And then we'll go to Valz, and then we can get started playing.
So my name is Chrystal Wycoff, as in Crystal's Creations Wycoff. And what else do you want to know about me? What else am I supposed to say?
Just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and what you want to do tonight.
Okay. Well, I craft a lot. Obviously. I'm in my craft room like pretty much from sun up to sundown.
I hear you, honey. Awesome. What's your favorite kind of crafting?
Today we're going to be working on some springy Easter cards, and we're all going to be using a stencil to help create it. And so today I'm going to be using Simon Hurley's stencil, the chevron stencil.
Fantastic. Okay, Miss Valz, you tell us a little bit about you, what kind of crafting you like to do, and what your plans are for tonight.
Well, I am Valerie Powell, aka Val's Art Lounge. I have some peeps around here. I'm trying to get my other device up and running, but I kind of didn't want to because I didn't want to lose my bandwidth. But anyway, my main attraction is cards, all kinds of cards, interactive, whenever possible. I have a problem, and I don't know how to do clean and simple.
Adding and adding.
Well, it's either layered to the nines. It's got a fun fold. It's a shaker. It's got some kind of movement, and even the most clean and simple card I made, even so, it has a maze in it, a maze toy built into it.
Oh, fantastic. That's going to be fun to see. Awesome. Okay.
So what I'm going to work with today, this guy from TCW. It's part of my winnings. I won a stencil packet from scrapbook.com. So I'm going to break that out and make use of it.
Fantastic. I got to see Ken Oliver playing with some stencils yesterday. I recorded him playing. He used some new pastes, the Crafters Workshop paste, and one of them was like it's dark black. So it almost looked like, remember when we used to do coloring on a page and then covering it up with black ink or black crayon and scraping it off with a pencil or our fingers or whatever? That's what it looked like. It was incredible. And Valz is looking for something because she wants to show us. I can tell. That's what she's doing.
I was going to break out the paste, but I didn't have my little water bath handy, so I'm not going to break stencil pastes right now, because I'm also fighting with UPS right now, and maybe they'll surprise me and deliver my package while we're on.
Oh, that would be awesome. Okay, so what my plan is today, guys, I had no idea what I wanted to do when it came to stencils because, I can do whatever. But I got to play with gel press today at the gel press booth with some of the ladies over there. So I'm taking out my new gel press plate, and I've still got my other jelly plates from before that are still filthy. But I'm going to go ahead and play with those with some stencils and see if I can do a better job with the paint, because I did do a better job today. They turned one of my prints into a button, and now I'm trying to remember what did I do with it, because I just had it a second ago. And I think this turned out so pretty. So they turned this into a button, and that was a print that I did at the booth. So that was kind of cool. So that was fun. But yeah, I would have stayed there the rest of the day, but they kind of need to clean up at some point so they could go home. So you guys go ahead and get started playing and everything. I'm going to say hello to the folks in the chat like I normally do, and you'll be done long before me, I'm sure. So we have Happy
Probably
Teach.
not. But...
We have Happy Teach. I'm going to take my picture down from the screen so that you guys have more space. Let's see, how do I do that?
Shoot, now how do I flip my... Oh, man. Settings. Aha! I made it work.
Okay, I was trying to make it so you guys could hear me, but apparently we couldn't do that. So now I got to figure out a different way. There we go. I just stopped the camera and left the audio on. Awesome. Learning something new every single time, right, guys?
Always.
Okay, so now we can see you guys and your desks. Cheryl, Chrystal, it looks like you are upside down.
What?
Yes, so your hands are coming from the top of the screen.
That's fine. I'm using my laptop. I cannot change my laptop.
That's perfectly fine. I just wanted to make sure that you knew. And I'm going to go ahead and start saying hi to everybody in the chat. So we have Happy Teach says, which is a friend of Val's. We have Dawn Wilcox, the Crafty Visage, is here, and she has been watching my videos that I've been putting up the last several days. Jen DeCarolis is here. Miss Gloria Wolf. Hello, Miss Gloria. And hello, Miss Carla. And yes, I've been trying to comment back on everybody's comments on all the lives that I've done over the last couple of days. So if you haven't heard from me yet, you will. I always try to comment back. Hello, Miss Bitty Penny. I got to hang out with Erin quite a bit this weekend. It was awesome. And Bethany is in the house, by the way. Bethany is going to be the next guest. At this moment, she's the next guest that's going to be coming on, and that's going to be in 2 weeks. So not Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. She's going to be on with me. We have Janet Foster in the house saying hello to Miss Val. So welcome, Janet.
Hey.
Hi, Janet.
Okay. Carla says that she is playing with her new pink set that came in today. One has two birds, one branch with stencils, a die, and hot foil. Awesome. And Miss Shay is in the house. Hello, Miss Shay. And Janet is saying, yeah, Val can't do simple. You have Geraldine Darling
They know me
is
so
in the
well.
house too, and she's saying hello to you. And she said she is really excited for you being over here. Awesomeness. I'm going to put her comment up. It says, we're excited for our friend. Yes. And Debbie with Make It For Me is here too. Hello, Deb. And my honey is now going out on his bike ride.
I know. Do you know? I know.
Go ahead.
I know so many Debs right now. It's ridiculous.
Okay, this will be funny then. My stepsister's name is Debbie. So the first time I met her, this was sometime after my father remarried, but the first time I met her, we were both being called Debbie. So every time we turned around, I'm 13 years old. They're calling one of us. I don't know which one, and we're both answering.
Never fails.
Okay, and Gloria's saying something about we all love our markers. We have T. Phillips is in the house. Cards by Kendra is here too.
Hi, Kendra.
Biddy Penny says, looks like you had an awesome time.
Hello, Miss
Yes, I am very, very tired. I stood on my feet longer in 3 days than I think I have in the last 3 years. But it was lots of fun. I got to meet lots and lots of fun people. They were awesome. Okay, looks like I've gotten through everybody. Everybody's basically saying hi, 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 and hi to everybody else. So that is awesome. Okay, let me see if I can bring this up so it looks okay. I'll go ahead and put me back up there. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the logo out because that's going to cover part of us if I'm up there with that. So you guys, I do see that it looks like Chrystal is using her Distress Oxide inks. Right, Miss Chrystal? Okay.
Yes.
And what I'm doing right now, so this is a card that I made using this stencil.
Mm-hmm.
And for this one, what I did was I stenciled it in like a really soft gray.
Okay.
Which one was it? And then I went over it with my colored pencils to get this effect. And then I went Stella overlaid with glossy accents.
Yeah, and it looks like your internet is being kind of finicky because you keep on it's kind of pixelated and your voice keeps going in and out, but I think it's your internet. That's what it sounds like.
Yep, I'm just gonna wing it. You can talk to my fans. I was trying to set up a separate device, but it was just as I thought. I can't do it because the bandwidth is too much.
Honey, I absolutely know what you're talking about. You guys have seen how bad my internet has been over the last year or so. Finally got it all sorted out this winter. So thank goodness. But yeah, it takes a while to get that all done. Okay.
Yeah, it's never fun. So what I realized was, especially for these stems, as you can see, this is a pretty intricate, stencil. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use masks so that my colors don't bleed between the stems and the flower petals kind of deal.
Perfect. Yeah, the stencil that I have has got like different rows, like borders. And in order for me to use that on a gel press, I'm going to have to do some kind of masking. That's the only way that it'll work.
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for.
Did you find it? You found it. And just so y'all know that there ain't nothing fancy here. This is the all over Post-it notes. It's not any fancy schmancy masking paper.
That's just what I like, Hen. I'm using Post-it tape to mask off my stuff. Actually,
I can never find the Post-it tape, so I just found at my local Office Max is a pad of it says super sticky, but you have to find the one that says super sticky all over stick.
Yeah, I think that's the same one that I've got a couple of as well. And I've had this thing of Post-it tape because I don't use it often enough, probably 2 years. And that is actually I got it on Amazon. So that's the only place I was able to find it. Okay, so I'm going to use this grungy one as a palette because that's what they were trying to teach me this weekend. It's like you have your palette, and I just got this humongous. It's like what is it, 5x7? Yeah, 5x7 that I've never used that I bought right after Cheryl was on my channel, which is one reason why she was irritated with me because I hadn't played. She says you have to make time to play. And I also learned, don't use a lot of paint. Use a little bit. And what the paints are all, it's kind of where they have different consistencies depending on what paint it is. And if you use one that is kind of a pain, if it's too thin, it's not going to do it. And this, even though this is this one is Dina Wakely, and it doesn't seem to be going through my stencil because I'm trying to do like gold for the accents, and then I'm going to go over it with the shapes of all of the Easter eggs. That's what I'm attempting anyway. I
Gotcha.
can't really tell if it's gone through there, which it probably has.
Oh, whoops, where'd it go?
And Chrystal is pretty much done with her background unless she's deciding that she's going to add more color to it, because she's already gone through her stencil twice. And we're barely getting started.
You know, teacher's pet.
Yeah, I used to be that at one time.
Yeah.
You know what?
And what's funny is all you had to do was actually do your work, and then everybody called you their teacher's pet.
I know. Some of us are a little slower than others.
Yeah. Well, you guys know I'm usually talking so much that... Yeah, that didn't even hardly come through at all. I've got a couple little spots, and then it's going to take a while for that to dry, because this stencil is just... It's too intricate, the part that I was trying to do.
Oh, this is the color I'm using, by the way.
That's Stampin' Up.
And
all that we could see was the Stampin' Up name. It's like you had a good image for a bit, and then it stopped again. So you'll have to tell us what it is.
Old Olive and Granny Apple Green.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to try this again, and using too much paint. So I do want to say hello to a couple more folks that have dropped in. We have Cordelia's in the house, and Gloria was saying very pretty, Valz. Cordelia says hi to everybody and hi to Chrystal.
Yeah.
And Carla's saying Cheryl is yes, she is. Dawn loves the eggs. She loves she loves Chrystal stencil.
Now, I love this stencil, and I was trying to play a little bit because for some reason, this grass reminds me of fire. It looks like I could probably turn these into flames.
Absolutely.
But then I was like, but what kind of card would I make with that?
Halloween. That's Halloween. That's Halloween all the way. So this isn't the right time of year to do that in red. Okay, so I'm slowly getting some of the paint to go into the spots for this stencil. It's just hard. I think it's just not wanting to go, because I was trying to keep it so light so it dries fast. It's not wanting to go into all of these little crevices. So I'm having to put more paint down just to get it into the crevices. But it will make it eventually, because I was thinking colorful eggs with gold accents would be pretty.
Ooh.
So that's what I'm attempting, which is why I'm using so much of this gilt paint that I got from Hobby Lobby on major sale. And I'm still working on my first pull. Part of it could also be that the stencil, it's not real thick, but it is decently thick. So I think that has something to do with it too. You know, just like when you're putting paste down, they don't always want to go through if the stencil's too thick. Okay, I think there's like one little spot that doesn't have any paint through it. Okay, so now let's see what that looks like. It's but that'll probably work. Get rid of the tape and wipe the stencil off since I'm using it again. Ooh, and I just had another idea.
Yeah, see, don't you like it when those ideas start hitting you in the middle of your project?
Well, I mean, look at this. You know, my idea is just putting paper straight down on the stencil because it's got all of that gold yumminess on it.
Of course.
It would really be a shame to waste that.
Yeah,
absolutely
not. Thankfully, I left the... Oh, don't tell me I did that. Okay, here's one of the reasons.
Okay, I won't.
I forgot to take apparently I have the plastic from the other gel press that was still stuck to this gel press, so I just pulled up on my gel press. It didn't actually go down on here, so that's probably why the thing wasn't working right. I did tell you guys I was tired, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we got
blame it
that.
on that. Yeah, I'm messing up more than normal, or more than normal this early in the show because I'm tired. Okay, so that's gonna happen all over again. Let's see if I can get this cleaned off real quick, because otherwise I'm going to have gold paint everywhere. Can't believe I did that.
Oh, I know. I don't even know why I'm bothering with that, because I don't want to use that flower. Okay, so I think I'm all good with the green. Take a peek. Yep. Okay. And for I'm not even going to put any more ink on my dauber. I'm just going to use whatever little itty bitty bit that's left to do these dragonflies. And I can't even tell you what's on here. Maybe some taupe, some kind of pale brown, or like brownie gray. Okay, now I'm going to lift off my masks. And let's do some,
Okay, I don't know who TM1, TM4, and TM3 is, but it sounds like you guys are talking about something I've never seen before. Who is TM3, Miss Maureen? And that looks like it was already too dry on there to actually even come up onto my paper, but that is okay.
Can you guys see this? Or is it still pixelated?
Yeah, we can't see the names, but we can see its stamping pad, but not the names that are on it.
How about now?
Let me try bringing you center stage. I cannot read them.
Kind of
all right.
small.
Poppy Parade and Pumpkin Pie.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm so sad. Because I can't, it looks clear to me, but it looks horrible to you guys, and I'm sorry.
It happens, honey. We are used to that on my channel. Everybody knows that something goes wrong on mine. And I've done enough of them, and we all know that this is just, it's basically just internet, because some internet providers basically suck. And that's just the way it is. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but because the gel press is sticky, I don't have to mask it with anything special. I'm just ripping up a piece of paper to put around it, and that's going to work fine. And then I could use the extra gold that goes on there on the other paper for something else. So let's see if this goes down easier than it did on that transparency that was behind my eggs, because that was not what I was intending. It might actually go through the stencil a little better. We shall see. It's going through a little bit. I think it still does need more, though. Oh, and Crystal's got a bunny. Look at her bunny.
Yay.
That is too cute.
Oh, that's adorable. Yellow, sorry. So now I'm going to use some Pineapple Punch yellow.
Awesome.
This is like a retired one.
Okay, so now I know what the TMs mean. Apparently that means terrific maiden. So I think that's because there's 3 of us, so there's terrific maidens. I think that just means that they like us. Yes.
Wow.
I like it when people like me. So if you guys don't like me, you can go away. I only play with people that like me, right?
Let's see here.
Okay, almost got enough gold on there, I think.
So I'm kind of going back and forth with the yellow and some orange for this one particular flower. It looks kind of daisy-ish to me, so.
Awesome.
Or maybe a marigold. So.
That's going to be so pretty. I'm cleaning off my brayer a little bit because I'm going to change colors and put those guys off to the side. Because now I have some gold paper. Just has to dry. So I could use that for something else. Okay, now my stencil, it actually looks a little bit better. So that's good. And it is pretty dry on there. So now I'm going to move it down and line up my little eggs-ish with the top and mask off the bottom again. See, that's what I get for picking a stencil that is rows of stuff, borders, instead of a big one you can just use the whole thing at once.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh. So I decided not to ignore that little flower on the side, and I colored it in with Flirty Flamingo.
Okay.
Oh. I didn't intend to use all this Stampin' Up stuff, but that's kind of what's in front of me, quite literally, on my desk.
Yep, use what you got, babe.
And I didn't feel like digging anymore. So let me see, where's that?
And I think this is the first time that you guys have actually seen me rip paper, because I don't normally do that. I cut everything. Okay, what color do I want to go on top of that with? So I've got gold, and I think I'm going to... How about the turquoise? That would be pretty over the gold, or behind the gold.
Let's see. All right, so is my bandwidth clearing up at all?
I can see some definition of the grass and some of the flowers, but it is still kind of pixelated. But what I would really, really love for you guys to do after the fact is send me a copy of pictures of everything, and I'll post that over on Facebook and on my Instagram and blog, all the fun things. So that way we can see all of your crafty goodness.
Got it. All right, so
sounds good.
So now what am I gonna do? Let's see here. I'm going to sit this. I'm going to sit this down or adhere it a little bit with this mint tape and make some clouds. And let me see if maybe, just maybe, if I do this like that, and I do this like that. Oh, actually, I'm going to need to trim that down a little tighter. Let's see here. So just so you can kind of in real time see, this really doesn't take any time at all to fussy cut. Those, or at least for those of us that don't have terrible hand or wrist issues,
right?
Fussy cutting is not that terrible when it comes to creating masks. That's such a weird word to say.
Masks.
I know, because like there's too many S's and K's and your tongue starts tripping up.
Yeah.
Let's see here, because what I don't want to change the color of the flowers. So I want to mask them off while I ink blend some really simple clouds in the back. And the easiest way to do that is use one of your cloud stencils, what have you.
Mhm.
Grab the lightest blue that you've got in your arsenal and just barely ghost the blue back there. Just like barely ghost it, and it comes out looking so flippin' awesome. So if you guys haven't already, you noticed if any of you still shop in a big box store, aka Michael's,
Yep.
they started coming out with their own brand of stuff,
Yeah.
and they had a little stencil pack for like $5, $6.
Yeah, I got
And
one of
included-
those. I got one of the one that I got was one of the plaid whatever, and that was back at Thanksgiving, and I haven't gotten around to using it.
Yeah, this one I just got like basic background, so it's grass and clouds. I think it was just grass and clouds, right? So the 3-piece or hold on, let me confer. 3-piece, so clouds, grass, and mountains. I didn't even notice that. So there's like 4. So they got like hilly grass, then they got straight grass, then they've got like a little mountain range with snow caps and some like ocean waves, and then the clouds. So not bad for like $6.
Okay, I am disappointed in myself because this stuff is just not. It's like it seems like it's dry and it's still not wanting to come up, and it's like I did such a good job on my pulls earlier today, and these are just not wanting to come up. I need to practice more. It could also be the paper. They were using hammer mill.
Oh, yeah.
Some of this is coming up at least. I'm kind of trying to clean up some of what's down there, and it's just not wanting to pull right.
Well, also
this is the one with the eggs turned out okay, but this is also where I want that to come up. That is not wanting to work quite right.
Well, the other thing too, which I've noticed since I've been working in this office here, it is super cold. So the temperature in your craft space may affect how your stuff comes out as well.
Yeah, they were talking about like humidity and things could have an effect on how long it takes something to dry, which is absolutely true. I am in Florida, so it is humid here, but it's not really hot or cold right now either. So I don't know. I am going to try it again because there's enough grungy stuff on here that it should still work, but I might just be having too thick of a layer.
That's true. That's possible.
Try going back over this one, even though it's not going to be lined up. So I decided to take out another stencil. Yep, it's just not wanting to come up.
Okay, so, all right. So I'm going to take some very light blue. For me, it's Seaside Spray. Using all of my Stampin' Up! Inks here. And I am just going to grab a brush, blending brush, like ink it up and barely, and I mean like barely. And when you're using blue, like you really don't need to.
Thank you.
Really don't
Happy Tech.
have to do much to make it work. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the blue, the light blue, and gently doing like an all over wash with the brush until I can just barely see that there's blue there. And then I'm going to go back with my white pigment ink.
Okay.
And do the clouds. So the background will be blue, but the clouds will be white on top.
Awesome.
If I can find the white brush. Oh, that's right. I didn't use a brush. I used a dauber. Because I didn't want to break out my pigments yet, but oh. Wait.
Okay, let's see if this one brings up the starburst or not. But bye, Miss Bitty Penny. I did just see that she said that she is out for a bit and she will check back and catch the rest later.
Okay, see you later, Bitty Penny.
Yeah, I know the packing tape trick. I'm trying to actually get it to work without having to resort to that one yet. So Maureen had just said, oh, well, that's one of the things. I had seen it on the video before, had never tried it, but then I saw Carolyn just demonstrate when you want to clean off your plate, you know, if you don't want to use all the grungy, to clean off your plate, you can use packing tape. But it does have to be all the way dry, and that is one of my issues too. I can't really tell if it's dry or wet. Like the last couple of pulls, it has been like a partial pull. Like you can see there is still a lot of this on there and it doesn't feel wet. And the same thing happened on the other where I got a lot of the gold up, but it's still, I went on with such a thin coat of paint to try to make it work better, but maybe I need more paint down. I don't know. We'll try putting some red. I'm doing like contrasting to try to get it to work a little bit better. And this is also the cheapo Craft Smart. It's not artist paint. This is craft paint. But we did do a little, they had folk art paint and I was using some of that, but I was using mostly the other brand that they're using. I got to remember what it is, but she mentioned it a lot on the video. But I loved their paints. Nice and creamy and stuff. But that's why I was surprised with the Dina Wakley, because those are usually pretty good, but it's still where it wasn't, it's not picking up like I need it to. So I'm probably not letting it dry enough, or I'm letting it dry too much. I have no idea.
Yeah, from what I understand, that's it takes practice to get that happy medium.
Well, that's what's irritating me, because it seemed like I got it earlier today.
You're tired, Mama. You're tired.
Okay, we're going to say that that's the reason I'm screwing up. Right, guys?
Yep.
Y'all love me. I appreciate you. You don't know how much I appreciate y'all. You really don't.
Okay.
Carla says she helped make folk art paint bilingual back in the day.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
Oh.
It's still not wanting to pick any of this up. I mean, goodness. I mean, look at that. It's just, and it's not coming up on my hand. It's dry and it's not wanting to come up. Okay, I'm going to go steal my husband's packing tape and start over and see if I can get this stuff to work right. And I thought, okay, I'm going to make something and I'm actually going to be done before them. And no, that ain't happening tonight. Sorry, guys. I'm trying.
All right. So all I'm doing now is going back over with the lighter green to fill in some of these spaces between what I stenciled. And there's also some, to make it kind of look like there's a bit of sunlight rising from the horizon behind the center. Right. Okay, now, here we go.
No, 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 no. Don't you dare. Stay.
Oh, thank you, Happy Teach. She says exhaustion makes the most bizarre things happen.
Oh, that's okay, Shay.
Oh, hey, Shay.
Okay. Now I'm going to do maybe another one. So boingy, boingy, boingy. That'll work.
Okay,
And the
some
other
of it is
bunny
coming up, and that looks kind of cool, but there's a lot of it that even with the tape, it's not coming up.
Then I'll do the insides. There. That's pretty cool. Now I'm going to play the little bubbles.
Oh, awesome.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I got some that come up, but like it's not doing like what she did. Only part of it's coming up. It's like most of this, even with packing tape, it's not wanting to work. She was saying use shipping tape, not packing tape. This is shipping tape. It's still not working. I don't know. It's like if I do it there, it works. If I do it at home, it don't work.
You know what? Isn't that how it always works?
I don't know what the deal is. It's like, come on, work for me here. I mean, she didn't even have to use a brayer on top of it, but I'm trying that to try to get it to actually stick to the stuff. I got a little bit more, but just a little bit. It's like it's still just not wanting to come up. But this is pretty. It's at least you can see the gold that's at the bottom layer. See, that's what I'm wanting to pick up. I've got gold there, and I'm putting like darker colors on top, so you kind of have those peeking through. But I'm trying to pick up all that pretty gold, and it's just not wanting to happen. We'll try this one more time with the tape. Okay, so we have T Hen Natasha. Welcome. She says, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, Miss Tasha. Thanks for coming through.
Okay, this is picking up a little bit more, but it is kind of making a cool washi tape kind of thing, but it's on the underside, so that means I'd have to put another piece of tape over that in order to be able to use it, which isn't a bad idea.
Okay, so I have an idea here, and I'm going to see if it'll actually work. Where are those scissors at? I've got like 10,000 things on my desk.
Good. You're like me. Awesome.
Green. Chromie.
So I have a stamp here.
Uh-huh.
That it's just a bunny silhouette.
Okay.
But I want to make it an actual bunny. So I used the absolute lightest gray I have and then
Okay.
stamped off and then went back with a sponge dauber and stamped off some more to make it super duper light. And then I'll add detail with a fine liner pen.
Awesome.
I'm hoping it works in the way that I need it to.
Okay, I'm interrupting for a second because I'm hearing people say, "Oh, so sorry, Shay." Shay just said that the card that she sent to Pam is the last one she made for probably a while. That she's at the ER, and she severed a tendon. So she's at the ER watching the live.
Ouch.
Yeah. We have to know what happened, honey. I mean, if you're in the middle of stuff, I understand if you don't answer, but we have to know what's going on, okay? We're worried about you now.
Yeah.
We have Adrian Mackey is in the house. So she is saying hey to everybody. But yeah, I want to know what's going on with Shay. She's not answering yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pulling up some of this. I'm hoping some of the gold comes up. I put some white liquid latex.
Sorry to hear that, Shay.
Yeah.
She was trying to play with her grandkids, I think she said.
Oh, wow.
So, Shay, do you have a torn tendon?
So all I managed to pull up was a little bit of the grunge and the white. And that sucks. I am not happy with the way this is going.
That blows.
Maureen says I'm too old to be young.
What kind of a phrase is that?
I don't know. I mean, today I feel old, but I feel young too because I've been playing so much. But I'm so tired. I'm happy that you guys are still willing to hang out with me, even though you knew I was going to be kind of wiped. Okay, thanks, Chrystal. Yes, I see the surgeon in the morning. So that is what she said, and it's not in my other thing yet.
Oh. Owie. My heart goes out to you. I feel your pain.
Absolutely.
That just sounds hecka painful.
Yeah, my father-in-law is in the hospital right now too. He right after Thanksgiving, after we left, shortly after that, they discovered that he had some kind of, I think, like throat cancer or something, and he's had it taken out, but he's still having trouble being able to eat or drink anything. He's lost a lot of weight, and they are right now doing they're trying to get the space in his throat big enough so he can actually swallow, and he's not able to do it yet. So they found some kind of a growth, but they don't know what it is at this point. That was like as of earlier today.
Goodness.
So we're probably going to go to Ohio at some point to visit and see what's going on. Okay, let's pull that one up and I will play with it later. I need to get at least one good pull, right?
You'll get one. Have faith in you. You'll do it. You can do it.
It's up to my paint. It's like the paint has to function properly or it's not going to work. It's kind of where now I'm at the point because I did so well earlier that I'm at the point it's like, well, what did I do differently then? And why did it work at that point? I'm trying to think about the molecular composition of the paint.
Lord, please don't start using those big words.
Like, is it too wet? Is it too dry? Is it just crappy paint? Does it have to be the good paint? Like all of the above.
Okay. Nope.
Did I like click wicked or what? I tried to offset them, but I don't know.
Because this is one of the reasons I had problems before, and because it didn't work right, I didn't want to try it again. But it is
Hi,
not wanting to come up. Hello, Miss TR.
Ooh, TR, you made it.
She is such a sweetie. So this means I have to do more research. So I think at this point, I'm going to say goodbye to the gel press just for a little while. It's going to go goodbye for today. I mean, I got a bunch of pulls from the show, so I can play with those and turn them all into cards. But it's like, come on, why am I not able to get a single good pull? It's like nothing is wanting to pull up the majority of the paint, and it should. So I'm thinking, well, okay, I got it. I am not one to give up. So now I got to put down enough wet paint and then try it wetter. Maybe I'm not doing it wet enough. I don't know. Zen, floating the Zen. Okay, I will just use this one as my palette, like what I was trying to do before. So this feels nice and smushy. That one is almost hard because the paint is dry enough.
Okay, so measurement, what we got?
Hello, Miss Dawn. I was thinking I saw her earlier, but she said hello. I'm here again, so I'm saying hello again. So Miss Dawn Wilcox is in the house.
She's been on, I think.
Yeah. What size is mini slimline again? Like 3 1/4?
It's whatever you decide you want it to be.
Yeah, I think any size really. But
I usually take a 6x6 and fold it in half and take half of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Because this is like a normal slimline, but the top is kind of short, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to cut it.
I would say figure out your card base and then go from there.
I cut this off of my what's left after I cut a 5.5 by 4 1/4, like A2 size card, and I call this my mini slimline.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a
which is actually 3 by 5.5. So it's just a 1/2 inch shorter than 6.
Okay, I think I want some more red. And with all of this blue.
It's not good.
Okay, now the wet paint that's on my brayer is starting to bring up some of the color that's on my big gel press, but nothing else is coming up from my smaller one. So that's kind of interesting. It could also be the brayer, because I think this is a speedball brayer, and they were saying that it's basically the construction of the gel press and the brayer is different when it's the gel press brand compared to some of the others. This is probably too hard of a brayer. So it's all of the things combined, the paint and the gel and the brayers and the paper even. They were using some real nice hammer mill earlier, and that was just lovely. It just felt nice.
Okay, so what size is this?
That's cute.
Okay. So 5 1/4 by, let's see, 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. Very well. I have my dimensions. See, I work backwards, Debbie.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time I work backwards. But if I get a picture and the picture doesn't line up with the standard size, I make my card base to fit. Which is usually
I tend to
the
do
case.
the opposite. I trim my paper down to fit the card. Like I'm almost always it's an A2 size. And when I do that, it's like I basically trim my paper down to usually like 3 3/4 by 5. So it's like in just a half inch. So it's nice on all sides and gives me that little white layer. I think I just pulled up a bunch of that again. So let's see what this one's going to look like. I just used a little truck stamp and it pulled up some of the. Oh, this one's looking like it's going to be okay. It's kind of ugly, but because it was starting to pull up the paint was starting to pull it up, but at least it pulled it up. And now this one is partially clean. And you can see this little bitty truck in there in a couple of places. Not really, but kind of, sort of. Of course, I did also go ahead and put the truck on another page. Interesting.
Okay.
Which means now I'm going to swap so that hopefully I can use up some of this one. What did you do that you're saying seriously?
I'm always losing stuff on my desk, and it's usually right in front of me.
It's Elizabeth's fault. It's Elizabeth Foster-Rogers' fault. She steals my stuff all the time. I don't know how she gets it from Ohio, but she does. She steals my stuff.
She's got that sci-fi magic that can reach through the interwebs.
Absolutely. It's funny. I told Carolyn that when she was doing her gel press thing and she lost something, and she wound up mentioning that Elizabeth did it too. So funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Okay, so 5 1/4. And then 3 1/4.
Let's see how this does. I'm hoping I kind of got the formula down. So I was able to pull up some on that one plate. Because if it works with the stamping stuff, then I'm going to be able to do it with the stencil. And that's what I'm trying to do. Pulled up some. Okay, and then a sheet of paper. Debbie with Make It From Me says that her desk eats things all the time. Yeah, well, if mine is eating it, it's spitting it up too. Which that's kind of what my desk looks like right now. It looks like something spit up on it.
That's why I had to put this sheet over my desk. Plus, I'm missing a new die that I just had got. I don't know where it went. Okay. It's like I need one of those magnet sticks.
Dollar Tree.
I know. I need to get one. It's like... And then I had a spool of washi tape, and I found it on the floor today.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna believe, guess who mauled it up to death?
Who?
Kodak.
Oh.
I was like, are you serious? I was like, really, doggy? You really had to kill my thing of washi tape? I just love it when doggies do that. But he does it. He's the only one that eats paper and stuff off the floor.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a 4x6, approximately. So,
what I can see of it, it looks pretty. I can't wait to see the whole thing when you send me pictures.
Okay, so 5. by 3. Yes, yes. A little more than 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit.
Did I ask?
So this is going to be a bitty card.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
What didn't you do?
Oh, Dawn was asking me if I asked Elizabeth about the missing die. And I didn't.
Yeah, I think that I was talking about this because you were talking about the magnetic stick thing. But yeah, this was when it was a Dollar Tree. I got this one at the Dollar Tree in automotive, which makes sense because whenever a guy is working on a car, he always drops something underneath it. And it's all metal.
Good idea.
Makes total sense.
Yep.
So I need a 5 1/4. All right, so I guess this should show me that I'll keep that thought to myself. So
TR said it could be made into a 5x7.
yeah, well, the it's a little too small for that. So it's going to go to a 4x, well, not even a 4x6 actually. What size is this? It's going to be basically a note card, kind of.
Okay.
Or kind, like I said, when I get the image, I'll work the card base around it because 9 times out of 10, I like to make my own envelopes anyway. So 5 and a half.
I make my own envelopes too.
Yeah, if mine don't fit in a regular A2, I make them.
All right, so I got a 5 and a half. So the final card is going to be 5 and a half by 3 and a half, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a note card size. Sorta.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, but not really. And there'll be a little bunny on it. And now I got to figure out what my sentiment is going to be.
Awesome.
So something spring-like and Eastery.
Uh-huh.
So I got like a ginormous, nope, too big. I need something smaller. Let's see. Oh wait, ooh, where's my bunny? There's my bunny. My bunny is going to be popped up. He's going to be hiding in the grass. Well, not hiding, but he'll be gently in the grass. And then where am I going to put this? Okay, a little sentiment. Happy.
Dawn is saying, "Oh, okay, Chrystal. She may have taken it. She says she needs all the things." So I think she's talking about Elizabeth. And Shay is saying that she likes my techniques that are not working because it reminds me of the demo I did on the Creativation. It was like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I got to play with this stuff earlier today, and so far none of it is working. This one's kind of sort of working. It's kind of grungy. It's very grungy, all the colors. But it actually pulled. You guys can see it's clean here. So this is what
amazing. See?
like. I got some gold.
All you had to do was work at it.
Well, I got colors that look like mud. And then this one is pulling up a little bit of the gold. But just a little bit. So it's kind of where I guess you have to put the paper down when it's just the right amount of wetness. Okay, so at least this one's clean enough to use, kind of, sort of. What else do I want to play with? Yes, I've got stacks over here that are probably not usable, but that's okay. I've gotten good at saying that's okay. I think I want to do this leaf first from Alta New. And got this one that I don't remember who it's from, but it's like 2 different layers. And I need to use some brighter, prettier colors than this grunge. I've got nothing but grunge over here so far.
Grunge is cool.
Yeah, but for spring?
Well, yeah.
And layering grunge on top of grunge doesn't always work. And to me, this is looking like that's way too much paint, and it probably is, but it's brighter, and maybe it'll help some of this grunge on this other plate actually come up. Also, this is it's a real translucent paint. It's a real watery paint, so it's not real good acrylic, because this is just Craft Smart stuff. So I will put that one there. I will put that one there. And then I think I'm going to go over it with some orange, if there's any orange left in this bottle. So that's something else I want to do. I want to use up all of this stuff I'm not going to use. A little bit of orange in here.
Yep, that's better. All right, so I got my itty bitty, teeny tiny little sentiment. Happy Easter. Oh, wow, is it going to fit? Son of a nutcracker. It's not going to fit.
I love your terms. Oh, my God. I love your terms. And
you
what's
know where
funny
that's
is you
from,
say
right?
it, you say
You know
it
where
all the
that's
time,
from.
so I know you do that like normally. You use those terms instead of some things that I'm not going to say here.
The bad words.
Exactly.
I try not to use the bad word. But you know where that's from? That's from Elf, the movie Elf.
Yes, I believe it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
I'm like, that's the best non-curse words I've heard in a minute. So I use them all the time.
I say chocolate chip cookie.
Whatever we got to do. Whatever we got to do. Okay. Come on.
This is a family-friendly, although it's not a child-appropriate channel, right? We don't do child channels because of monetization, but it's still family-friendly.
Family-friendly.
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
So somebody said something about Elizabeth. Elizabeth's in the house. So did you ever find the thing that we said Elizabeth stole?
No, I did not.
Elizabeth, give it back. Okay, this one is looking better. So that one is looking better. So okay. I could cut it up and use it for card backgrounds, and it's bright enough. Yay! It's finally starting to work. So Jim was asking, where's Jim's comment? Oh, he said that he loved all the videos over at Creative Age. Well, I tried to learn some things, but apparently it's not quite working because I've been struggling with my gel press. Okay, that's all that came up. I'm still having trouble getting that bottom layer off of that one. Let me try the packing tape again.
See, that's too big. I just wanted a strip. Hoy.
I get to do a interactive card for Saturday for a card hop.
Awesome.
For Team Tiny.
I was thinking about it, but I'm not going to have the time because I have too many things going on this week.
Okay, yeah, I have to ask my husband for some more packing tape because I don't know where it went, and this I just used the last of it.
I gotta get my video.
What's
Huh?
I gotta get my video.
What's the doodle?
Come on, please pull up the paint. Come on. It is not sticking to the paint. I just accidentally pulled back something and it is not wanting to pull it. That's not pulling up anything. Okay. It's got to be bad packing tape. Bad packing tape.
All right,
Oh, well.
so I'm assembling my card finally.
So let me see. That is still gold. I need yellow on the back of that, I think. Let's see if I can make a pull out of this. And yes, I just got paint on myself.
Let me just see a stamp that says what did I see that from?
Right.
Okay, Jim was saying, can you wet the plate with water? The thing is, it's paint, so it's not really going to do anything. Also wondering if it's the brayer not wanting to work right. So I'm trying my little baby brayer. Probably need to get a new brayer too. Trying to put enough paint down to try to pull it up now that I realize that it's probably because it wasn't wet enough. But I'm really surprised that the packing tape didn't work, you know? And Carolyn had no problem whatsoever. Somebody was asking what her YouTube channel was for Chrystal, and Crystal's YouTube channel is Crystal's Creation Wycoff. So the name that shows up on the screen is her YouTube channel name.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Gloria. If you asked me, I didn't see your question. She just said on there, Jim, I already asked her that, and she didn't answer me. Pulling a little bit.
If you're asking me questions or anything, I'm sorry I'm not responding. It's because I don't have a second device to read comments.
And she's in the zone.
No.
She's
And I'm
totally
in the zone.
Nope.
I am. I'm totally in the zone.
I was wondering if that would work, but that didn't work either. So I got a little bit of the grunge up. So all I put down was yellow, and so I got a little bit of the grungy part up. It's just not wanting to come off of that plate. But what they say is you can always use the other side if one side doesn't want to work.
Sometimes that's the case too. Sometimes it just one side likes better than the other.
Yeah, it just doesn't like me today. I'm also using cheapo Craft Smart paint. So it's very possible it has to do with paint too. Because today I got to use some really nice paint, and I forgot the name of it, but I will watch that video that I did with
Hi, Elizabeth.
With Carolyn and see what paint she said it was and go from there. Because I sat there for probably like an hour in their make and take area and just played today.
All right, let's see.
Okay,
Get
so
a little more
that one. I don't want to
foam
waste
tape
any
on
of
my
the
spoof.
paint. So I'll put that down there. And I think I'm going to go over it with the gold over on this side. See what that does. Also trying not to use too much paint, because when I had Cheryl on in February, I was using way too much paint. And because I was using too much paint, it wasn't really working right.
Hey, at least you know what you're doing wrong and you can fix it.
Well, I know a little bit about what I'm doing wrong. Okay, Deb says, your desk looks like mine, Val. No matter how hard I try, I end up using in a 6x6 area.
I know. I start off with everything, and then gradually the work area gets tinier and tinier.
Yeah, and this one, I didn't let the first part dry enough, so it was starting to blend on my brayer, but I think it's still going to look pretty cool if I pick it up in time. So I think it's where I needed it to stay wet longer. So we will see, kind of, sort of.
Oh.
Okay, let me grab some
Okay,
brass
so this one did a
butterflies.
decent pull. I probably should have picked some different colors, and it's kind of splotchy. It's got to be the paint. It's got to be the paint and the paper. Let me try a different paper. So the paper they were using was some real smooth hammer mill, I think 38-pound weight. I don't have any 38 or 35, but I do have my paper I use to print planner pages. I could use this stuff too. I don't know what that is. Where is my planner paper? Of course, I've moved everything around in my room. Could try some accent opaque, but that's actually 85 pounds, so it's heavier. I could still do that. I'll try one on some cardstock instead of paper, but I'm not going to waste all of my cardstock on stuff that's probably not going to work. Okay. That looks kind of interesting. It's had enough time to dry that I think I'm going to put down some more of the turquoise and go over it because the gold should still show through. I think. Yes, it is Amsterdam acrylic. Thank you so much. I need that paint. And I need to put more of this stuff down. And since I'm using different variety, different brands of paint, they're probably not working well together. But we shall see.
Okay. All right. I'm done playing. I'm just going to go ahead, put this sentiment on, and then, what do you call that? Do my inside.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Jim was saying try running the brayer over the paper. I did that too, and it didn't seem to do any kind of a difference. What's bad is I spent like an hour doing some of these earlier today. I've got all of the prints over here somewhere. But I got to bring all this stuff home. But I did all of that while I was at the gel press, in their booth. And this one's coming up good. The whole thing's coming up. Doesn't mean it's pretty, but it's all coming off. So that was an actual good pull. That is ugly. That just means I can put something else on top. Now, if I could combine the two of these, that would have looked better. But part of it might just be that this one is a much smoother paper than the copy paper I've been using. Now I just have to remember, where did I move my good printer paper when I rearranged everything in my desk? Now that makes me happy. That makes me think maybe I can do something more with this. Like this side that still hasn't come up. And of course, you're not going to be able to see any of this. Yeah, I'm just going to try just putting some dark color on the back that'll contrast with the gold, or maybe a light color. Maybe purple. I'll do purple. At least you can see the difference. You can't even see the yellow on the other side at all. You can see the gold that I used earlier, but not the yellow at all.
Can I do a third card?
Yes, you can if you want to, honey. We've already been on here almost an hour and a half. And if you guys do want to do a giveaway, we can do that. I haven't made anything to give away, but if you guys want to give away one of the cards you've done, we can definitely do that. Are you, Valz, are you interested in doing that or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me go ahead and pull
both
up
of these cards.
Okay, awesome. Especially since I'm kind of slacking. At least I'm still
you're
talking
not
and I haven't.
slacking more than me.
I'm just thinking, at
I
least
barely made one card.
I think, well, at least I'm not falling asleep, right? Because that's one of the things I was afraid was going to happen. Okay, where is my thing to get this up on the screen? Screen share. There we go. Tell you what. Okay, so we have 16 folks that are in the chat right now, so they are going to be able to be in the drawing. So since Chrystal, how many cards did you make? Awesome. Well, the first person is going to be this first one here. And remember, we do need you to email me at WJ's Crafting Corner so I can know that you have won and we can get your information over to Chrystal. So the first winner is, let me do the drum roll again. If I can. It's not working. It's not wanting to work. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I know why I'm on the wrong screen. But anyway, the first one is going to be T-Hen Natasha. So, Miss Natasha, be sure to, I need to get to the right screen. Come on, out of studio mode. Be sure to email me over at wj@wjscraftingcorner.com. And it doesn't show up on this screen, but that's okay. Let me get another drum roll started. Again, okay, we're not doing that. You didn't get to win the second time. You get one of the cards. So let me try that one more time. That's what it was. She really wanted the card. Absolutely, yes. So the second winner, this one is also for Chrystal. Okay, this is wrong. It just said it again that it's her again. She has jinxed it. Okay. Let's see if we can get a different winner. Okay, this time we got Miss Elizabeth Costa Rogers wins number 2 card. Okay. So the third card, let me go ahead and start pulling for that one. This one is going to be also for Chrystal, and then the fourth one is going to be for Miss Val's card. Okay, guys? So let's get that drum roll going. Yay! And this one is Elon Kuki. I did not notice the name earlier, but welcome and thank you much. So you get to be the third, that's the third winner, right? Or did I lose count? Okay, so that's the third winner. And so the fourth winner is going to be the one that is going to get Miss Val's card. Okay. And remember, you guys do need to email me at wj@wjscraftingcorner.com in order to get me your address so I can get that forwarded over. So we're going to do the fourth and final drawing, and this is for the card from Miss Valz. And that's going to be Mr. Jim Eber. Awesomeness. Congratulations, guys. Okay, let me get back over into the StreamYard side. Yay, we can see our ladies again. And you should see my email address now up on the screen. I do have that one popped up. And I think I'm going to move Val's up to the top so that it's not covering her screen. There we go. Because I'm still playing, and I probably have to go with more paint on here to be able to pull anything. So thank you guys so much. Did you guys want to keep going, keep crafting, or are you guys having is there somebody else doing a video tonight that I'm not aware of?
There's always somebody doing a video.
I know.
Actually, Gina K's
don't even worry about it.
My time.
Okay, so I think that's 7 or 8 o'clock. Right now it's
Eastern,
almost 7.
Or 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Okay, so you still got an hour, and Todd's not back yelling for food yet. So.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. What's bad is the last couple of days I've forgotten to eat while I was at this show. And I wasn't even hungry when I got home, but I wound up telling him, it's like, yeah, we need to eat something. Happy Peach says, keep crafting. I love her name. I mean, it is so cool because it's like she says, and then she says something. I love that. That is just too cool.
Okay.
Okay, that
I'm going to try my hands at a alt
The easiest way to make an envelope, in case y'all didn't know.
And what's that? Cutting off the ends?
Nope, just making a straight line envelope out of a 12 by 12. And then so roughly 1/4 inch score.
Let's see. I have to hold this down better.
I should move these guys out of the way.
So yeah, I know tonight has been very much, at least on my end, seat in my pants, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
Oh. Seat in my pants too. And I still didn't get my package, so
they still haven't shown up. Oh my goodness.
Nope. So what are them people called? UPS is going to be getting an earful.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Are you able to track it on your phone?
It's supposed to be at our house now.
It's supposed to be here at the office right this minute. It should have been here like hours ago. But the darn delivery guy or whoever it was lazy AF and didn't knock on the door to my office to see if I was here. They just saw a closed door and then walked off, assuming I wasn't here.
Oh, so you're at your office, not at home?
Correct.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's why I have such crappy service, because inside, it's like the signal is ridiculous. Doesn't want to cooperate.
Keep going over here looking to see if I can find a clean piece of paper. I'm just glad I'm getting some that have got something coming up. So I will eventually get the hang of this and they will actually look good, but it's evolving.
Range.
Like what I'm doing now, it's like I'm putting more paint down that is, I guess, rehydrating some of the dried paint and getting a little bit to come up. So it's coming up with a little bit of grunge, and at least it has a design. So it's getting there a little bit. So let me try. Got a darker purple. So let me try the darker purple, which I should have shaken because now it's got like clear on there, meaning it's kind of separated. Okay, Bethany says, when is it not seat of your pants?
I wasn't going to say nothing.
Well, what do I say? I say if I can make
nothing.
it, you can too. So you guys know if I can create anything that looks decent, that you guys are golden, right? Well, that was one of the funny things. I was talking to some of the folks at the show, and some of them are ones that, they do creating, but they don't do lives because they're afraid they're going to mess up, just like we are, right? And I told them, it's like, don't worry about it. They're used to me messing up. Because I think you are, right? You are used to me kind of messing up. have no idea what this is going to look like. I'm probably making mud.
All right. Got some score tape. Where's my score tape?
I think the colors are a little bit too similar.
There.
Okay, and I'm going to put up Streamlabs comments, because they're saying, I hope you're enjoying this live stream. If you are, please consider subscribing so you never miss a live stream or video. So I think most of you guys are already subscribed, but if you're not, if this is your first time on my channel, first off, welcome. And second, go ahead and subscribe because I'm always playing. It's pulling up a little bit. I need to do contrasting colors. These are all so similar, you can't really tell. But at least the design's coming up a little bit. But yeah, I still only have that center spot that's clean. Okay, I am going to focus on the edges and see if I can get anything going on over there and clean up some of this mess. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a minute and go play on this other side. But you guys saw, oh my God, mess all over me. But you guys saw how well and how easy that, I can't tell which side has got the paint and which one doesn't. Oh, well, I got paint all over my hands. Whatever. But she did such a good job and went so fast from one part to the next. And her polls were awesome. And it's like she just knew the exact moment that everything was...
ready to go.
Yeah, she knew exactly. And Jim is saying something about, I think I heard you in one of Jeff Lindbergh's videos. I don't know who Jeff Lindbergh is.
He's Picket.
He's crafting cocktails.
I'm
Jeff
gonna have to look
Lindbergh
at
is Pink Fresh Studios.
did I do I don't think Pink Fresh was there. I know Picket Fence was there, and I went over there to theirs, and maybe Pink Fresh was.
He does craft hour, I think, on Saturday mornings with other Pink Fresh Studio peeps.
So I'm going to have to check out his channel and see what's going on.
He's also like a former, or maybe not former. I don't know if he still works with them, but he's like a Disney guy.
Oh, wow.
He's a what?
He's a Disney guy. He works for the Disney park. I don't know if it's here in Florida or if he's in California, but he's like, he's not an Imagineer, but he's like one of the management people for the park.
Huh.
Probably works over at Epcot. My next door neighbor years and years ago worked over at Epcot.
Okay. So
and
there
that
you
was
go.
always cool. It's like she would give us tickets and stuff. Because
So
she would
we
never
got
use
an envelope.
Oh,
and-
okay. So Jim says that he thinks that he was at the Spellbinders booth while I was there.
Ah.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, this might be a disaster.
Never.
All mistakes are an opportunity for embellishment, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember Bob Ross. Happy little accidents. Accidents.
Bob Ross was one of the sponsors of Creativation this
Wow,
year.
really?
Yeah. I didn't see him, but there was, his face was everywhere.
All right, that's one. You know what? I'm going to make another card, but this one's going to be super duper simple.
Okay, Jim is saying he is still a cast member and he coordinates the tour guides. And Don is
Sweet.
saying he was Mickey Mouse in Florida.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
See, I knew it because I remember him saying that when he first started doing craft cocktails, that when the pandemic hit, that's how he got into crafting because he was doing it from home. Like most of us, that's how we got into
Absolutely.
crafting, the pandemic. or at least most of me.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do like a super simple, super basic card because I have stuff already, and it's just gonna be really pretty cardstock, a simple sentiment, and something nice on the inside. Gorgeous paper.
Where did I put my little truck? There's my truck. I don't have room for all the messiness. I should have gotten a bunch of bins to put over here. So now I got to hold this stuff while I'm doing other things so that hopefully I don't get the paint all over my other pulls that I'm already trying to do. And this looks like this one's going to be decent at least. On this side, I had left the stencil sitting there long enough that I can still see. I'm not mixing up where the design is. So that's good. Now going back over to my little one. And then I will put these back over here just to... I can kind of hear Elizabeth in the back of my head saying, "What the heck are you doing, woman?"
Winging it.
Always playing. I'm channeling my inner Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you, Maureen.
Yeah, that is very pretty.
Yeah. All the stencils can do different things, and I thought I'd make this one a springy one instead.
Now, y'all, I'm kind of OCD like this, so I always cut my card bases bigger than I need so that I can trim it once I put the card front on it to make sure that all of the bits are even.
Oh.
That's kind of sort of what's wrong with me. And that's why I'm irritated that nothing looks like I want it to look, because I'm a little bit OCD too.
Well, see, that's what happens to you when you spend like 20 years in the military.
Wow, 20 years? That's awesome.
When you have to break out rulers to measure ribbons and badges and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of got into the habit. So if something looks off to my eye, it makes me nuts.
Yeah.
What branch were you in?
My first husband was Air Force, and he was Air Force, and he was a surgical technician. So everything had to be very, very sterilized and sanitized and all that kind of stuff. So I think he was probably a little OCD. And then my current husband is an engineer. So it's so he is definitely OCD. And then my jobs have been mostly having to do with money.
Oh gosh, numbers. So everything has to be precise in your life.
Yeah. So I'm really trying to get better at releasing, doing the left brain, right brain. I'm trying to do better at letting go on the left brain side and just letting my right brain play. Pam at PJB Stamper is wanting to know, what is the name of the designer paper you're using?
This is unfortunately no longer available unless you go to eBay.
Oh, darn it.
It's called Daffodil Delight, I think it was. It's daffodils. It's daffodils. So And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to use up my stash instead of looking at it saying, oh, it's so pretty. It's like, okay, then use it.
Absolutely. Good job.
So it is absolutely, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So this like pinkish, peachy cardstock and envelopes I got on clearance at Blick literally 3 years ago. It's been sitting in my
wow.
stash.
Wow.
So this is like its third home. It moved 3 times, this paper. So I was like, you know what, kid? Please start using your stuff.
Mm.
I am really trying to do that too. And of course, with the design team stuff for Spellbinders and for Not Too Shabby, they both send you pattern paper. For some of the stuff anyway. So I'm trying to use up those and then start getting back into my other stash. But it's still difficult, especially when I'm doing things like this and making backgrounds. Yep. Or trying to make backgrounds. I'm probably going to just have to stamp over everything. That's what I'm thinking.
Make it work.
Yep.
Just make it work.
If not, it's just paper.
It's
paint that I wanted to get rid of anyway, right?
There you go.
Elon, I hope you don't mind yellow and orange. Choose my third one, right?
Oh, hey, I can still use my stencil.
Oh, Jim has a good idea. He was saying die cut them. The only problem is that this stuff is so thin. It's like, yeah, I'll have to back them onto something else and then die cut them because this is too thin to use on as a die cut. So this is just regular, real thin copy paper. Is this thing empty or is it just not wanting to come out? Got that. Let me put a little bit of yellow in there. We'll have some green going on. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see what that looks like.
I'm trying to clear my desk a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, huh?
Petal pink, where are you? All right, so for those of you that know, this color that I know you can't see it, but it's, oh boy, this color is called petal pink. So it's pink, but it's a peachy pink.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to use this. It's a kind of like a lattice from, I think it was Heidi Swap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Heidi Swap.
Yeah, I've got that one.
That I got on clearance from Joann's.
Yep, I got that one too.
And I'm just going to do like a ghost, kind of like a ghost of I don't want to, yep, that's plenty.
Jim was asking, I wonder if a baby wipe will clean your plate. Thing is, you're not really supposed to clean them. What's supposed to work is packing tape. And I don't know why, but the packing tape didn't work. But this one is looking good. Well, good-ish. But that looks pretty decent. So I actually like that one. It's like after the paint was mostly dry, I went ahead and put a stencil down and pulled up some of the paint with the stencil. So that looks decent. And then these two, put the paint down at the same time, but these already had more paint on them from previous. And it's just no. These are also a different brand. This one is my gel press, and these are the jelly plates from that other company. Also noticing that these are thinner than this one is. At least it's starting to pull up some of this stuff, but it doesn't look nearly as nice. And it ripped my paper right there.
Oh, so you're not allowed to clean your gel presses?
Well, you can.
Just
it really
with
is up
water?
to you, but you don't really have to. Then what they say is that the stuff that gets left on there, usually when you pull it, it usually pulls up, but I'm having trouble getting it to pull up.
Oh, I usually just wipe it off with my wet cloth.
Well, as long as it's wet, it'll come up like that. But again, you don't have to. They say that, like in that video, she had like the inside of it, she had this big 12 by 12 one, and she had this 8.5 by 11 piece in the middle that was clean because she kept doing her prints. But all around the outside was all this grunge, and so she would intentionally put paint over those to try to pull some up, and then she went with the packing tape that didn't work for me.
I'll have to watch that one again.
Honey, me too. She literally did not realize we were on for an hour when we were. It was like so.
Wow, I totally forgot. I have these.
You got some stamps you want to play with, huh?
I totally forgot. Another winning, another item that I won, or set of items that I won, and it's for Easter too. Wow.
Okay, let that dry just a little bit and put some of another color on that side. I think I want to put the darker purple on this over the lighter purple because I flipped the stencil over onto this other plate, so it's got the paint down. And then I'm going to use some other paint to go through the slots again and press the paint into the plate, so hopefully it'll do something. I'm just playing an experiment because I have no clue. And Cheryl Baglioli actually lives close by. Close-ish. She's a couple of hours away from me. And she wants me to go and play with her so that I know what I'm doing.
Nice.
Yes, but I haven't had a chance to, I haven't planned anything. They Ashley at Artistry said that it would be great for me to come down and see their store, their warehouse and everything, and I haven't done that one yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard that you can use some of their stuff on this, and you can use alcohol inks on these. So it's all really cool to be able to do that. Okay, now this one's dry enough. I should be able to put some more paint down over it. So it should do a sunray, like a lighter color and darker color, because I'm doing two different colors of purple. So it should do. Unless I start pulling it up, which you can definitely do, and you can definitely start blending it. And I think that's part of what I'm doing. I'm pulling up some of the color that I already put down.
Uh-huh.
That's one reason why it's looking kind of weird. And that's why they say you can use, that's too much paint, but you can use a second gel plate as your palette. But I'm playing on all of them, so it's not working too good. I think I got enough down so that it's going to be better, I think. I'm experimenting, guys. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hello, join the club. Too light, it needs to be darker.
So it kind of did what I wanted. And then, of course, you can see all those streaks where I blended them together that I didn't mean to. We got the light purple and the dark purple.
I must be losing bandwidth. Am I like being even more like weird looking right now?
Well, I can't see your face. I'm sorry. That just slipped out.
You know, nope. I asked for that. Is my desk clearer or being more funky?
I think it just goes in and out. I've had so many of them that have done like that. I mean, right, Miss Elizabeth? We were having trouble getting her on at one point because her internet kept going in and out. So it's kind of the norm. And yeah, Jim, I do need to try some deli paper. That one looks kind of cool. So that purple
I'm trying to find the right color ink
pulling
here.
up gold. I've got gold paint on this that is not, and that's under a couple of other layers of paint that is just not wanting to come up. But that still looks kind of cool. Because I do like having some of that white space stuff. And I don't know how much paper I actually have over here that's not a pull already. Okay, I still have some paper. That's good. Okay, I'm going to do Liquitex because Liquitex is one of the ones that they were using to kind of do the cleaning up of a pull. And I know that that is too much. Yes, Cheryl, if you're watching, I know that that's too much paint.
I love the way you talk to the cat.
I know. Oh, you mean like when I accuse Elizabeth of everything? Bethany says that she loves the look, so I think she's talking about this one, which I think has turned out pretty cool. So I'm putting like a layer of white over everything. That's the Liquitex, and hopefully it'll pull something up.
Okay, so let me see which Easter greeting. Easter greetings. Easter greetings. Righto. Okay. So as today is you've had in your stash for many a day.
Today is just play day. Janet is saying, Val, you always have stuff that you totally forgot.
Woman, abso-freaking-lutely. That's like a daily occurrence, sometimes hourly.
Now that looks kind of cool. So it picked up the purple that was behind, but it left behind a bunch of the white. So when I go back over it, I can go with another color and it'll pick up the white and leave some of the other color, I think. So it looks like it's starting to pull up the most dry one, but you have to have the wet on there in order for it to do it. Does that kind of sort of make sense? That's what I'm assuming is happening. But that does look kind of cool. And so you can kind of see where one area where I have dropped the stencil a little bit further over. I like that one too. And thanks, Jim. He was saying that the purple one looked like fireworks. And the only places that are picking up, it's like just a little bit over the edges and the middle that was already mostly clean. This one's actually cleaning it up a little bit more. I have a feeling that these are ones I'm going to have to actually clean. Let me try it with this white one more time. So I've got white paint on that side. I'm going to drop it down on here and try to play with it over those. And then I've already got purple down. I'm going to go with some red and just see what happens. See, this one's mostly empty. Okay.
What is it today?
National Grilled Cheese Day.
Wow.
Well, I had a quesadilla, so that counts.
Sure.
When I came home, it's like just a tortilla with cheese in it. I made a quesadilla for my lunch today. So that counts. Just looks like I'm smearing blood all over my desk.
Well,
it does.
my cards are done.
Okay, so as long as you guys be sure to email me with your address, I will forward that on to Chrystal so she can send you your cards. But you know what? If you forget to do it, you won't be getting your cards.
Yeah.
That's
has happened.
The way it works.
That has happened quite a few times. Okay, I'll put that a little off to the side. That'll look kind of funky.
Maureen.
Let me see your cards again. I'm going to bring you up full screen, hon, so we can see your cards, Miss Chrystal.
Okay, here's card 1.
That
And this
is
one
too
goes
cute.
poingy. See?
Boing, boing, boing.
Boingy, boingy.
Yeah, and I recognize the Easter bunny because you were asking me about those before. Those are from one of last year's. I think it was, or was it 2020? I think it was a 2020 set.
2020.
Yeah, they're the Easter Spellbinders Die Set, and this one was another one from either last year or around the same time. I think.
Around the
I don't
same
have either
time.
of those.
Carrot, same year. Here's the second one, and this is the first time I actually put the carrot on right this time, because before I was putting the carrots on upside down. Go figure.
That's so cute.
Adorable.
Cute.
Absolutely
and here's
adorable.
this one.
I love those
Oh, I
ears.
love that
With
one.
those ears.
That
Yeah,
is too cute.
That one turned out cute too. So, and then I'll probably add gems to them. And then I'll decorate the insides too.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for playing with me and putting up with me with my exhaustion and not
Thank
being
you,
able to figure out what I'm doing. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. I want to see. We're going to see if we can see Val's card. So I'm going to bring you up, honey. And if you're able to show it. Yeah, right now everything is really pixelated. But I really want to see your card.
Well, this is the envelope, at least. Right?
Yeah,
that
the
I
resolution
just made on the fly.
Not working. We can see the shape of the envelope though, so that's good. And we kind of have an
Hold
idea.
on. Let me see. What I will do is I'll do like a little video for. Did that do any better at all?
Nope, unfortunately not.
It's a bit blurry.
But that's fine. I want you guys to send me. I want you guys to send me pictures of everything anyway.
Yeah.
That one turned out good.
Pooper.
Again, I want to thank
the colors, but I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's going to be so awesome. I will be sharing that over on my Facebook group, over on my blog, over on Instagram, and ever in the group too. Yeah. So I'm going to show it everywhere. So you'll be able to see all the cards and everything because I know Val will send me the pictures. So that's awesome. And Crystal's going to send me the pictures too. So I can share those over there too. So you guys have a wonderful night. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I didn't actually stay focused enough to make anything, but hopefully that will change in the next couple of days. So y'all have a wonderful night. Remember that in 2 weeks, we're going to have Bethany on with me. And this Saturday, we have our card class. That's going to be that, those dancing cards, the ones with where their legs swing and stuff. So that's going to be fun. So that's at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't already signed up, go over to my education website. That's edu.debbiejscraftingcorner.com. It's just $15 to sign up to do that. And you get ongoing access. You can see it again and again and again forever. Also, something I didn't mention last time because I set it up after the class was about to start is I've now got a point system set up over on the website. So each time you do a completion of the entire course, entire class, meaning you hit complete at the bottom of each of the screens, you get 10 points. Once you get 50 points, you get a free class.
Oh.
So it's kind of like the punch cards for coffee and stuff. So I tried to do something like that. It took me a while to figure out how to set it up. So, but yeah, you guys go ahead. Email address again, Natasha, that is debbiej@debbiejscraftingcorner.com. Oh, thank you, Jim. Jim is saying thumbs up. So yes, guys, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and check out all of those fun live streams. I was not crafting in any of those, but I was sharing all the fun things that I was seeing at Creativation. It was absolutely so much fun. I got to meet lots of fun people. And so that means I've got lots of ideas that I have to figure out how do I make the time to do all of them and share them all on video.
I know. That's the hard part.
Oh yeah, I know I met at least like 20 or 30 people, and it's like, okay, I'm doing how much Spellbinders? And I love all the Spellbinders stuff, and there's new stuff coming out from theirs too. It's like, oh my God. I think you guys saw the video. There was a 3-minute live that is hot. It is now the wax seals. They're coming out with that this summer. They're going to have wax seals and a die set for those that don't want to touch the wax. It looks like it. So they've got dies to make it look like you did the wax seal. So that's cool too. And I'm hoping I'm getting both of those. So yes. So we're going to be playing. Well, you guys have a wonderful night. And thank you ladies again for being so courteous and putting up with me. Chrystal, Val, y'all are awesome. So thank you so much.
I apologize for my crappy internet, but
that's okay.
Honey, we've all dealt with it. I think at one point Crystal's was messing up real bad when she was trying to come on with me at one point, months ago.
Having issues today too because it was really windy and it was knocking YouTube out today too. And I was like, oh boy, I didn't think today was going to happen. So you're not alone.
And last week when I did the StreamYard with this, last week I was on with was that with Benny? I've slept since then, but the last time that I tried to do the streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, although my camera's plugged into my computer, it was the one that was fuzzy. It was out of focus the entire time. So it's like this time mine actually looked okay. So even mine messes up occasionally too. So y'all have a good night. And catch the next live. Whoever has one, I think Elizabeth probably has one tomorrow because she usually does. And I am so far behind on watching people because I've been too busy. I miss you guys. I love you guys. Anyway, y'all have a great
you too.
I love the pouty face. You're awesome, Val. Yeah, this camera right now, the camera it's in focus.
See,
if you want to hold up the cards.
Here we go.
Right now it's in focus. That is totally adorable.
Oh, beautiful. Love it.
And here's the envelope.
Your phone did not like facing down. That's got to be it. But
so it must have been the other camera then.
It could have been. You never know. Janet is saying all these cards are so cute.
Oh, so pretty.
Yes, those are adorable. I still want the pictures though. You're not getting out of that.
I was kind of working on this.
That's pretty too. Ooh. That's that pattern paper with the and you did the stenciling on the inside. That is awesome.
Love it.
That is awesome.
Love it.
So I was just working on the a little is going to go on there.
That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect.
So
okay, I'm gonna go ahead. One of the worst things is I am very bad at saying goodbye, so I'm gonna say goodbye.
Okay.
Y'all have
good
a great
night,
guys. Bye, guys.
Get some food and get some sleep.
Yes, I get to sleep in. I'm so excited. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you later.